Our opponent is playing the Scotch game. Here, we usually just want to take the pawn, and once the knight take back, we simply develop our bishop and apply some pressure to the knight. Now, this is where it gets interesting. If the knight takes, you don't take back the knight. You first develop your queen to f6, threaten a checkmate, and attack the knight. So he had to guard the mate and block out the bishop, and then we take the knight. And then all of a sudden, our light squared bishop is going to get free development. He plays f3, which is bad because it weakens this diagonal pointing towards the king. Let me just use the time to complete my development. He developed his knight. Then I'm going to get my king out the center of the board. Now, bishop to e3 was played, which is a mistake. Now, I don't want to take because once the queen takes, I have nothing. But because my queen is applying pressure to this knight, I'm going to play the move bishop to b4. Now the knight is pinned and my queen is already applying pressure. So the bishop had to go back to guard the knight. And I think he's going to castle on the queen side here. So I'm going to prepare my attack. First, I'm going to play the move queen to e5. And my whole idea is just to maneuver my queen to the queen side. So he castles. Then I'm going to play the move queen to a5. Something very interesting is about to happen. I want you guys to try this in your games. Notice how I'm attacking his knight and the knight is guarding the pawn. In this position, people try to defend by playing pawn to a3, and that's a complete mistake. This is called a thematic bishop sacrifice, where if I sacrifice my bishop on a3, they're not able to take it. And if they take it, their king will be getting checkmated in a few moves. Well, he took it. Watch this. First, I'm going to take on a3. The king has to take, and then we need to bring more pieces in the attack. And then I'm going to do what is called a rook lift. Swing the rook in the game, and then once I put it over to b4, that's going to be a mate. So let's just take on a3 with check. King has to move. We need to bring more pieces in the attack, so we play the move rook to d4. Now we have 3 pieces in the attack. There's nothing you could do to not get checkmate here. Well, he pulls the knight back, so this is just a forced checkmate in 2. I'm going to take on a2. The king has to move here, and then that's just going to be a checkmate. Or I could turn it into a mate in 3 by taking with the bishop first. This is a pattern that I want you guys to learn. Once the king goes here, I'm going to check, king has to move, check, king has to move, then that's going to be a checkmate. And that's a checkmate. Hit subscribe for more.